So today I want to talk about 3 rules that in the lab are key to success. The first one I want to talk about is I know to immediately flush any chemical spill on the skin with cold water and consult a doctor if required. This is key because anytime you have a chemical that is spilled on your skin, you might not know what that chemical might do to you. Therefore, consulting a doctor will provide the best source of medical needs. The second rule I want to talk about is I will never eat, drink, or smoke while performing experiments. This one I think is the keyest one because whenever you eat, drink, or smoke when you're performing experiments, these may definitely alter your experiment, but it could be a deadly combination of chemicals that will provide a much bigger hazard than the chemicals already are. So in this instance, you should never eat, drink, or smoke while performing experiments. Lastly, the third one I want to talk about is after completing all experiments, I will clean my work area, wash my hands, and store the lab equipment in a safe place inaccessible to children and pets. We can break this rule apart by first saying, after completing all experiments, I will clean my work area, wash my hands, and store the lab equipment. You want to clean your work area because you want to not have the lab group coming in after you have to clean up after the lab group that was there previously, and thus delaying their start time for their lab. You always want to wash your hands whether you get there before or whether you get there after to ensure that you're not bringing those chemicals outside the lab area, and that can also hurt your skin and your eyes, and if you happen to wipe your eyes and stuff like that. Next, you want to store your lab equipment in a safe place inaccessible to children and pets. Pets shouldn't be in a school environment as it is, therefore they shouldn't be in the lab definitely. Children, at times, hopefully not, but at times they may get around the lab equipment, especially if it's at an at-home lab or something like that. So you want to keep these chemicals stored in a safe place and accessible to children because sometimes they can get in the way and they can climb and crawl into places you don't want them to know, you don't want them to find, and they can find chemicals really, really quickly. And lastly, I'm going to read word for word this lab agreement paragraph. So I am a responsible adult who has read, understands, and agrees fully to abide by all safety precautions prescribed in this lab manual for laboratory work and for the use of the lab pack. Accordingly, I recognize the inherent hazards associated with science and experimentation. I will always experiment in a safe and prudent manner, and I conditionally accept full and complete responsibility for any and all liability related to my purchase and/or use of a science lab pack or any other science products or materials provided by the hands-on link. And then I, James Robert Bask, sign and date it being 11:13 p.m. on July 6, 2012. Thank you.